Hello, hello. This is Strategic Change Guide podcast, and it's Motivational Monday by Jim and Lucy. We want to give you a kickstart this week. This Monday, we want you to be ready to achieve more. So today we're giving you a secret. We're giving you 3 elements for you to become top achiever.
Yes, Monday is obviously the start of the week for most people. And what we do on Monday can actually set up the rest of the week for us. It'll give us the drive, the motivation, as well as the persistence. And there's 3 items involved in getting your task accomplished and getting your goals set in a way that you want to see them materialize. One would be motivation, positive attitude, and then persistence. But just imagine, for example, if you were to attach persistence and then even motivation for that matter without a positive attitude. One of the things about a positive attitude is it's a gas that gets things going. Sure, we need to be self-motivated, but where does self-motivation comes from? It comes from us emboldening ourselves with a spirit that I can make things happen. I need to do this. I must do this. I can do this. I will do this. I can do this. Okay? And once you do this, it's going to be able to help you leap over anything that seems to be an obstacle in your way. Most of the things that appear to be severe obstacles or anything but, and even severe obstacles, anything that has been created, if you will, can be overcome. You can look at the stories of so many countless people that have overcome struggles. In fact, you'd be surprised to find that there are people that have had struggles that you never even been aware of. I remember once actually meeting a friend at his home. He had a luxurious home. He was actually the president of a major construction company worldwide. And I remember his wife and his kids were in the room and we were just talking with my family. And I was amazed how his daughter had picked my son up. In fact, my son didn't have a car at the time, so his daughter picked my son up for a date. And I believe it was a BMW Z car that was blue, and it was absolutely beautiful the first time any of them were introduced. And I told his wife about how I marvel how it seemed they do everything with such ease and it had been so easy for them. And his wife pulled me over later on. As a husband was willing for me to admit that it was easy for them, the wife pulled me aside later and said, "Jim, it has been nothing but hard for us." She said, when we started out, we had nothing but a beat-up station wagon. And in fact, we had that for year after year after year. And it was just recently when things turned around for us that we were able to do these things that it seems so easy for us. But it wasn't. And that's the way it is for so many people. That even when it's difficult for you, you find a way to claw your way out of it. And the way you claw your way out of it is with a wonderful attitude. And that attitude helps you create the persistence as well as the motivation. If you can have all those together somehow and find yourself to bend it when you see nothing else around you but failure and dark clouds, and know that dark clouds never last. There's no storm that lasts every day and through a period of years consistently. They all find a way to end at some times. You'd be amazed, the storms in your own life, when you look out the window, they never last but a few hours.
So here is another thing where we're going back to points we already discussed. When you're looking around, you look at people, and you find a way to make excuses for yourself. You look at other people and you will say, oh, it's easy for them because they had connections, they had start money, they have rich family or something else. So, again, this is you going back to making excuses but not acting. And persistence here have nothing in common with those feelings. When you feel jealous about someone achieving more or just find an excuse why they achieved more. They were born in a better country. Oh, I've heard it a lot. I'm from Ukraine. I've heard it a lot. We were not born in a perfect country. We were born in the wrong corner of the world. Yes. Are you kidding me? I was born in the same city as many of them, but they still sit and complain. And I'm not. I don't agree to that. So persistence is important. And as we mentioned, there are 3 elements and each of them is important. And the system will not work with one of them missing. And those elements are motivation, positive attitude, and persistence. And persistence here is not just very important, it's very specific. Because one will be sitting year after year and doing the same thing in the same way, and it will be just time waste. Because A, times change, B, you might be doing something wrong all of the time, but you resist to change because you just say it will work one day. But what if it will not? Why you won't try something else? Why you won't add something? Yes, you will need to work more hours, but when you develop in your business, for example, or your career, or learning something, this is the way to go. This is the way to make it work. You need to try different things. You need to keep pushing same direction, your direction, towards your dream. But you need to keep trying different things. As Einstein said, for example, that you cannot expect different results from doing same thing, same way all over again. That's not going to work, and that's true. That's it. The one who's sitting somewhere on the street trying to sell, I don't know, cigarettes or sunflower seeds or nuts or something, he will be sitting on the same street the same way and selling same thing year after year and will not making enough money. Because what? Doing the same thing, same way, not trying something else.
Yes, and in fact, I remember Lucy and I watching a video once, and it was on this man in New York City who actually lived on Park Avenue. Now, bear in mind, Park Avenue in New York City has two extremes. One is extreme wealth, and the other one is extreme poverty. Yes. So it really does. Most people don't realize that. But in the part where they had extreme wealth, this man managed to live on Park Avenue in New York City, and what he did every day is that he sold potato peelers. Yes, nothing fancy, just a $5 potato peeler you've seen almost in any dollar store anywhere. They've been around for a long time, nothing has changed about them. But what's interesting is that they showed his living room on Park Avenue. He had nothing but boxes and boxes of potato peelers that had just been delivered. He dressed in a tailored outfit, the nice suit, nice tie, nice shoes. He had done this for year after year after year. And then he had this little box, nothing fancy, that he put on a busy corner of the area. And as people walked by, or whether they did or not, he was doing the same thing, the same spiel. He would have a potato there, and he would be peeling the potato, and he would telling people how exciting this is, this potato peeler, that it won't break, it won't fall apart, it's going to make their life easier. And you would think that with all the people walking by, not buying it, that he wouldn't make any money on this. Well, the man had put away 3 or 4 of his children into Harvard University by selling potato peelers. And he was living on Park Avenue with custom-made suits and shoes. Now just imagine that, what the rest of us can do with a dream if we just tell ourselves there is no more tomorrow. Today is the day that we're going to do it, and it's not tomorrow. It is today. We challenge you to do the same thing with the same sense of urgency, that this is your time. This is your moment. You dig your heels in and you make it happen.
So look again at this example. The guy had a motivation. He was motivated to get up every morning, no matter what weather is, how he's feeling, or whatever's going on around him. He will be going to that corner to sell those potato peelers. But not as any other average seller. Here we go to point 3, persistence. He was persistent in doing that, but same time, as we mentioned before, he found a way to do it differently. He was smiling, he was dressed up, not some sloppy guy trying to sell you something on the corner, who knows what and who knows from where. But he was dressed up and smiling and talking to people and explaining. And you can feel his, what we say in point 2, positive attitude. So every customer could feel that. So those 3 elements, that's what you need. And that's what we want you to adopt this week and try it and keep trying again. This is for you. This is Motivational Monday by Jim and Lucy, and we want you to succeed. We just launched last week our Peak Performance and Accountability Coaching Program. We based this program on 20 years of our experience working with individuals from different countries from all over the world. We work on this program for 2 years and we finally ready to launch it. We develop specific system to help people achieve more, get more done and follow their dream, not just struggle with routines every single day. This program is for you. You will find link in description to this episode, but also we want you to keep trying.